talking about Jerusha. Did you guys hear that? Jerusha. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I have a very, very special guest with me here today. Can anyone guess who it is? Jesus. No, not quite. No, close.
Don't know that.
My very special guest today is Rosie. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Everyone, this is my puppet, Rosie. Why are you looking at me like that, Rosie? Did you just call me a puppet? Was I call you a puppet? Well, yeah, you are a puppet. I am not a puppet. Okay, let's talk about this later. Do you want to let the audience guess what we're going to be talking about today? Okay. Alright, we'll give you a hint. What we're going to be talking about today is said to be in the Bible the most important of three things. Love, that's right. Today we're going to be talking about love. Rosie, do you know what love is? Of course, I have a list. You have a list? Yeah, 1 second. Wow, Rosie, this is a very nice list. Did you make it? Yeah. Okay, can I read it? Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll read it. It says, what is love? The first bullet point says, love is replying to someone's text before 3 to 5 business days. Keep reading. The next one's good. Okay. Love is not blocking someone, even when you really thought about it. Rosie, when have you ever thought about blocking someone? The last one's good. Just read the last one. Okay, I'll read the last one. Love is choosing someone every day, even when they're being kind of annoying. Cough, cough, Jerusha. Rosie, this isn't spreading love. This is just spreading hatred. No, it's not. Instead of reading your list about love, let's read a letter that Paul the Apostle wrote to the church in Corinth many, many years ago. Love letter. Great question, Rosie. That letter can be found in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. In this letter, Paul says the attributes of love. He says that love is patient, kind, does not envy or boast, is not arrogant or rude, does not insist on its own way, is not irritable or resentful, rejoices in the truth, it always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and lastly, that it always keeps going. Wow, that's so cool. Well, Rosie, now we know what love is, but how do we show love to others? Being kind? Yeah, Rosie, being kind is one way to show love. But to really learn how to show love, let's look at an example in the Bible. I'm thinking about an example in the Bible that shows a lot of where the character shows a lot of love. Do you know the story that I was thinking about? Ooh, I know. What is it, Rosie? David and Jonathan. Well, Rosie, David and Jonathan is a really good example of a story that shows love. But that wasn't the one I was thinking about. Can anyone tell me what they think the story is that I'm thinking about? No. Jesus, that's right. The story that I'm thinking about is the story of Jesus. How does Jesus show love? How does Jesus show love? Great question, Rosie. Jesus' story shows love because Jesus loved us so much that he chose to come down to this world and die for us. He didn't gain anything from that. He sacrificed himself so that we could be free of sin and have eternal life. Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, it is. I think there's a verse that shows that. It's John 3:16. Ooh, I know that verse. You do? You want to say it? Okay. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. That's right, Rosie. John 3:16 says that God loved this world so much that he sent his Son down to die for us so that we could have eternal life. As followers of Christ, we have to reflect that love that Jesus had for us in our thoughts, words, and actions. But isn't it hard sometimes? Yeah, especially when people are rude to us. Or when they call us a puppet. When they call us a what? A puppet. When they call you a puppet. Oh no, Rosie, we still haven't forgotten about that? No, because I am not a puppet. You know, Rosie, how about we review everything we learned today and we can talk about this later? Okay, fine. Well, today we learned about the attributes of love from Paul's letter to the Corinthians. And then we learned the greatest example of love in the Bible, which was Jesus. And how he loved us so much that he came out to this world to die for us. And then we learned that as followers of Christ, we have to show that love that Jesus showed to us in our thoughts, words, and actions, even when people are rude or when they call us a puppet. Well, I think that's it for today. Can you say bye, everyone, Rosie? Bye, everyone! Okay, I'm going to put you back in the